What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot N, and today we're going to talk about the Transformers Age of the Primes Titan class, Generation Selects, Trypticon. Now, these images come from none other than that gentleman, Not Rav, from Weibo, who always posts wonderful pictures. We get to finally see this cartoon accurate deco without being at a show or being in stock images. And as we see these pictures, I'd say this deco is the one you want to buy over the Titans Return version. And I say that because just looking at the colors, it looks a lot better. Like I said, I do wish they did a little bit more, but hey, we got what we got. I'm not going to argue. I mean, I don't have Trypticon. The last time Trypticon came out, I really was nervous about the whole leg thing. And people was like, well, it was one batch. Not true on that either, because there's a lot of people who got shafted getting it later on down the line. And I just said, screw it. I don't need Trypticon. Maybe someone else will make a Trypticon. Only to find out that Hasbro's going to do it. And yes, Evan Brooks confirmed that the leg fix is in, so we don't have to worry about that. I like this coloration. The Decepticon symbols on the shins of the beast mode is amazing. So here is pictures of the base mode. Now, some of them, they did have them kind of grainy. So if you see it in the slide like that, that's just how they were when I got them. But you can see here, the colors are much better, a lot brighter. I like it. Full tilt looks very nice. We're going to get the Decepticon Headmaster Necro with the new coloration. I mean, yeah, this is when. If you got this on pre-order because you want this, man, you are a very happy person. I'm a happy person. I love the colors. Chicks are loving the colors. So if you got a wife at home, you can say, look, baby, it's got the greens and the pinks and the yellows and the things like that. And she'll be happy because, women like them kind of pastel colors anyway. So, you ain't want to let your woman know you spent $200 on the Transformer. You know what I mean? But anyway, do what you got to do. Get them toys in the house. But anyway, it looks very nice. Here is the Fortress mode or Flying Fortress mode. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get this. And I think from here, you can also make that really low dinosaur mode because there's looks like he has eyes on the front. It's an alternate mode. I think that was in the Takar instructions. So basically you kind of flip it around. The head becomes the tail and he looks like he's really low to the ground. Here are pictures of full tilt in this new brighter sort of pinkish deco. I like the deco. I like the color. I like the way he looks. I love the Headmaster. It's going to be cool because, many of us, if you got the Omega Prime, we're getting Cerebros with that. So, that's going to be fun. It looks nice, man. It really does look nice. I mean, yeah, definitely. Man, I'm excited. But we're not done yet. This is going to be a slightly long video. Now we're going to look at pictures of the dinosaur mode. And yeah, let me just say, they can take my money right now. Just go ahead, Hasbro, send this to me. Let me be the first one to review it for Hasbro, since I love Hasbro products, since most of my channel is Hasbro products, Hasbro. And then I can tell y'all how happy I am to own this. There's some more details that you didn't really see in those stock images, like the buildings that become the guns are now two-tone. It's like a darker gray, or is that just the lightning or something like that? But if that's the case, that's even cooler. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. And I think everything's molded into plastic colors that we see. But I mean, yeah, it looks, I don't know, it's something about this darker motif color with the pink and the greens that kind of glow. It gives it a more premium, more just, I don't know, you gotta have this one. Normally I would be like, yeah, it's just a repaint, we're getting what we're getting. But the more I look at the pictures, and I'm sure you look at the pictures, you're not going to tell me that this thing doesn't look great. You're not ready to get this if you're not a fan of Trypticon. I know we could talk about third party and that you could do this, they can do that, they can make it walk on its own by just looking at it, saying maybe Robeson. I know. We can go through, yeah, that's two-tone. Yeah, that definitely is two-tone. I mean, we could go through all the motions that we want, but right now, it's just a toy. And the thing about Transformers that make it cool is that most people prefer Transformers. You want to be able to do it on your own. That's the great thing about having some of these toys. Now, this one I wouldn't mind having a little walking gimmick or something, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing but look at him and go, I got Trypticon after 19 million years of never having one. No, I never had a Trypticon. Never. I had Metroplex. I had Scorponok for a little while, but never a never Trypticon, man. My cousin had Trypticon. My cousin, he's a tattoo artist. He had like a lot of Transformers, man. He had like all of them, man. Like if you want to know like why my collection is the way it is now, is because that was the inspiration. And I was a kid, I was like, dang, man. He got all the toys, man. I ain't even got but a fraction of that. You know what I'm saying? I think the most Transformer toys I had in total that weren't broken up toys, where I had all the parts back in the G1 days, I had 15 Transformers that were in mint, like perfect condition. As I got a little older, I started to take care of my toys, but then I made a bad trade. And well, you know how things go, you know, when you're kids. But, you know, when you become an adult, you make up for it because you got the money to buy. And there he is hitting Generations Metroplex. And they're in a big fight. Yeah. And, you know, the rumor is we're supposed to be getting another reissue of the Generations Metroplex or something of that nature. You know, other things of that nature. You know, we heard about the made to order thing. All these things I've been telling y'all. I'll make the video on, you know, everybody keeps trying to, you know, wait for 100 million news tidbits for you to know the obvious of what I told you months ago. And Hasbro's not playing, y'all. They're not playing. But yeah, some of these pictures are on repeat. Don't really care. I'm just happy to see this figure. I'm so happy to have this figure. I'm just excited, man. Like you gotta understand, man. I'm just excited. Like I've never thought that I would get my hands on a Trypticon, and one of this magnitude. That paint job, just man, it just. I get the feels. This is the one. This is the one. So yeah. This is definitely the one to pick up if you don't have Trypticon. Hands down, the one to pick up. Like I put my seal of approval on, and I don't, you know, stamp it, but every time I look at the pictures, I just go, yeah, I can't wait to get them. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, we're gonna review. Of course, we gotta do it outside the backyard, but we'll get them reviewed. Fantastic. And you know, we needed it. We needed it. With this coming out, that gives us hope that we would get a Metroplex. Now, if they do any retooling to him, I don't know. I would have rather them done it to Fort Max, because Fort Max really needs a new one. I'm sorry. It's probably the lackluster of the Titans releases in general is Fortress Maximus, because of what they did to make it. And even the shortcuts were just cheap, you know, crotch baits on backwards. And I don't like that, man. You know it's wrong. It's just wrong, Hasbro, okay? But redeem yourselves with this guy and maybe the Metroplex and make the collectors happy. They're going to spend the money. You know what I'm saying? They are. A lot of people want this one. So Hasbro, do your thing. So what are your thoughts? Leave down in the comments below. Are you interested in this figure? Or are you not? And after seeing the deco, do you still want it? I personally already have it on pre-order, so it doesn't matter. So this is Super Robot Ed. Bring more news reveals to you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.